Hello everybody, it's me, GhostCritic. It's the 1st of August. I'm back proper now. I did a video on Monday, just keeping you updated on the old pull list. But yes, it's the start of a new month. I'm back proper from my hiatus, and of course it's New Comic Book Day, and of course I'm going to show you what was on my pull list this week, of which there were 7 comics. So a middling to fair week for me in comics, to be fair, but it's time to say goodbye to even more comics, but there's a couple of hellos as well, fortunately. What's been going on? Well, yes, did the Monday video. I gave you a kind of updated version of my comic book pull list, realising how dwindling really my pull list is getting, but fortunately there are comics in the horizon, new ones, new titles that are coming out that will plump it back up again and take more of my cash money. More about that as I'm going through my books. If you watched the video on Monday, you will know I slightly tweaked the scheduling of my videos. Monday is now going to be my comic book review video. That used to be on a Sunday. I just want a nice weekend where I'm not having to get involved on the Sunday when I should be sitting back and relaxing, and videoing and editing and then uploading. It's all very stressful. So I've given myself like a day's reprieve, and that will now be out on Monday. Wednesday, of course, as you can see, is still New Comic Book Day, and then Friday is basically an anything goes. You could get all sorts of stuff. Hopefully I'll be able to keep to the Friday schedule. I already have a back issue haul primed and ready for your viewing pleasure. Of course, over the last month I may not have been doing videos, but I was still out there hunting the back issues, hunting the bargains, and hopefully you enjoy what I will be presenting to you on Friday, so look out for that. Okay. Just a thank you actually to everyone who stuck around and waited for me to come back, because I just thought I'm probably going to lose some subscribers over this, because that's what I tend to do. If you've not been putting out videos for a while, I hit the unsubscribe. Honesty. But you all stuck around, so thank you very much. I don't know whether you're all watching back videos of mine, but I hope you kept yourself entertained. Right, let's have a look at the books that I picked up this week. This week only one from Marvel. It's the latest issue of Astonishing X-Men. Matthew Rosenberg, who's currently doing The Punisher, has taken over from Charles Soule. And unfortunately it looks like Greg Land is sticking around. If you were reading this in its first 12 issue incarnation, we had a different artist for each issue. This doesn't seem to be the case anymore, and we're going to get lots of mediocre Greg Land artwork. Maybe some of you out there love Greg Land. I can't for the life of me think why. So the story on this has got to be good for me still want to pick this up, because if it's just a mediocre story and it's got an artist that I really don't like, then there's just nothing in it for me. So hopefully it's a stellar story from Rosenberg. He's been knocking it out the park with The Punisher, so fingers crossed he's doing the same with this. We've got 2 from DC this week. Issue 10 of Mr. Miracle is out this week. We got Darkseid on the cover there. Are we going to see another appearance from him? Is this going to make any more sense with only 2 more issues to go, this being a 12-issue maxi series? I said near the top of this video I was talking about comics that were that were leaving me, but there are some in the future that I'm definitely going to be putting on my pull list. And as I was just quickly flicking through this, I did see the advertisement for all the new Sandman Universe titles that were coming out. They are all going on my list. I'm certainly going to be trying out at least the first few issues of each. So if you are interested in the Sandman, just to remind you, next week, I think it's like a one-shot, the Sandman Universe issue 1 comes out. In September the 5th, The Dreaming, which has Simon Spurrier, is written by him with art by Bilquis Evely. What had they done? That name rings a bell, but I've got a feeling it was nice. It was good. Then the week after that, you've got House of Whispers. Then we have to wait a month till October, and we've got Lucifer, new Lucifer title out on October the 17th. And then I think it's the last week of October, Books of Magic, new issue number 1 from them as well. So they're all going to be on my pull list. So looking forward to that. Mr. Miracle, as I've always said about the actual title itself, it's always been a visual treat. I think if you haven't been reading this, it's probably best you wait till they put it into a nice little trade and get it that way, and hopefully the seamless issue by issue reading pattern that way will make more sense. But at the moment I'm just going along with it. I don't know what's going on. It's nice to see these back. It might be a new title, but it's the same team, Peter Tomasi, Barberi, Thibaut and Protobunka creative team. It's now the Adventures of Super Sun instead of just Super Sons. This is a 12-issue maxi series. I'm really looking forward to getting back into this. I had a lot of fun with its original run. I'm glad to see it back. If it is only for 12 issues, I will still be thoroughly entertained, I'm sure, by this. I don't know much about what's going on in it. It looks fun. It just looks fun, and that's what I appreciate. We are saying goodbye to one of my favourite comics that have come out of this year, and that's Mike Carey and Peter Gross's The Highest House, this oversized kind of magazine format with issue number 6. I am a tad concerned, because it does feel, as I've been reading this, as much as they've been packing into every single issue, this is a meaty read. It takes a while, and that's great because you get your money's worth. But I only feel like I don't even feel like we're even halfway through this story yet, and there is so much more to go. But this is the last issue. I can't remember, I think it was Peter Gross who said, you know, he kind of advertised it out on his Twitter that this was the last issue, but if people buy it, we're happy to make more. So however this ends, there must be more stories for them to tell. But like I said, I'm a tad concerned that this is going to get wrapped up a little bit too quickly, which is unfortunate, because I've loved this fantasy kind of faux historic tale with a little bit of a demonic supernatural twist. Great stuff. Finally, we've got 3 issues from Image, and while we say goodbye to The Highest House, it's a welcome return. 7 to Eternity. Issue number 10 finally comes out. I don't think there's been an issue of this out once this year, because now I think about it, I never mentioned this in my comic book pull list video, my update from Monday, because everything that I've got in the year is on the shelf behind me back there, and I obviously picked out the latest issue of each one, and there wasn't one for 7 to Eternity, so it can't have been out this year. But when we do get it, it is gorgeous. it's still Jerome Pino on the artwork, and that's probably why this is generally taking so long to come back, because you get the most beautiful artwork. It is a treat. I can barely remember how it ended. I remember our kind of main character was with the Mud King, and there was something to do with his father and betraying him, and hopefully there'll be a nice introductory catch-up page right at the front, which this book and most image books these days tend to do, which is great when they have these, especially these long of a hiatus. But can't wait to start that back. Thank you, Rick Remender, for coming back to this. Brian K. Vaughan and Cliff Chang, issue 23 of Paper Girls. Really like this cover. I love the neon strips at the back and just giving it some attitude on the front. Just to remind anyone who's new to my channel, if you want a closer look at these covers, I will post them out on my Twitter feed not long after this video goes up. If you want to follow me, or you just want to have a little snoop, it's at GhostCritic, of course. So if you want to look a little bit closer, then that's the place to go. But Paper Girls, I would like to see wrapped up. It's one of those loyalty things, I think, now. Perhaps misplaced, I don't know. That's wrong. It's been a really good story. It's very rich in characters. The storyline just needs to focus a little bit more, and I'm guessing kind of wrap up now. Let's conclude all this time hopping business, and I think I said on Monday, let's get these girls back to delivering their papers back in the 80s. Finally, still going strong, David Lapham's Stray Bullets, Sunshine and Roses, issue number 37. Who knew? I thought this was just going to be another kind of short 6 to 8 mini-series like the previous one had been, but no, Lapham's got a tale to tell, and he's gonna get there. However, he digresses. Brilliant stuff. Always love the dark black humour of this, the farcical nature. I say the same things every time, but I don't know what else to say, because it's impossible to describe a narrative, a linear narrative of that goes through this book, because there isn't one. But that's the joyous thing about Stray Bullets. And they are my comics books for this week. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying loyal to my channel. There's videos aplenty on the way. If you're new to my channel, hit subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up so I know you liked it, and comment down below. Tell me what you picked up this week. Didn't really see much in the way of new number ones this week. I think there was one from Image called Leviathan, but I didn't see it on the shelves to peruse and see if I'd be interested or not. But apart from that, let me know what you're doing, what you're picking up, and just say hi, and I'll say hi back. Until next time, bye bye.